Hi, I've just been thinking about the impact that coronavirus is having on some of our clients, some of the businesses and people that we work with in the estate agency sector. My name's Kevin Williams from Serve on Design. We've been working with estate agents and house builders for the last 20 years. I've come up with about 5 points that I think, if you implement, will really position yourselves in a very, very positive way when we come out of the current business climate that we're in. I hope you enjoy them. The first thing I'd like to talk about is video tours. And I mean this to do for all types of houses, not just your high-end houses. Do it for everything. You need to give people a really clear view of the house that it is that they're going to go and view. So a couple of things on that. Make sure you have a process. You know what you're doing before you go there, so you know what rooms you're going to go and film in. You might go and film in the kitchen, or you might go and film in the lounge first. You might film from the outside. Make sure you've got a presenter. Always have a presenter presenting to the camera so that they can explain the room that they're in, they can explain the kitchen, they can talk about how big the house is and so on. So make these notes before you go so you know exactly what you're going to be saying. And also, don't be too nervous in doing it. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Everything that people are seeing now, especially in today's environment, is, done is better than perfect. People just want to see what you've got before they make a decision to go and see it. The second point I want to talk about is about regaining control of your marketing. Quite often estate agents are very reliant on Rightmove and Zoopla and many of the different portals out there for their leads. I think going forward you're going to be expecting to get leads from a lot more different sources. What we're looking to do here, and what you need to make sure you can try and achieve, is to be in control of your data. So if you can get people on your database and you can market to those people for any length of time, it's going to benefit you greatly. It takes time to do it. It takes time to build up that database, but it's really, really important that you do so that you're not in the control of the Rightmoves, of the Zooplas and things like that. One of the ways we can do that is by looking at your marketing funnel. Have a look at who you're trying to market to specifically. Don't try and market to everyone to begin with. Trial it on small sections of your demographic or people that you're trying to attract. Maybe you could target on people who you think are going to buy 1 or 2 bed apartments, and try and build that database up of those people first, and just take back control of your own marketing so you own it and it isn't owned by someone else. As we've seen while this COVID-19 has been around, social media is really, really powerful. We're seeing what's happening across the world, in China, in Italy, in the UK, in London and so on. So we know that it's really powerful. For that type of thing, it works really well. What I'm seeing and what I've seen before is when estate agents are using social media, it's very me-centric. And it's basically just a lot of noise. So be really mindful about what you're putting out on social media and what people want to see. There's so much stuff going out there, you just get drowned. I'm seeing so many people spend an awful lot of time posting, be honest, quite irrelevant posts that just fly by in the timeline and so on. Be really specific about what you're doing. If you have an amazing house, tell people about the amazing house. Don't necessarily need to tell everyone about, who's negotiator of the month and things like that. People are probably not that bothered in reality. So be mindful. It also takes a huge amount of time, or can take a huge amount of time if you're posting on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and so on. Cut some of that time back and really think about what you're doing. Okay, so my next tip is all about automation and personalisation. What we're not doing, or what a lot of people have not done in the past, has personalised a user journey. So what that actually means is we're taking note of what people are looking for. We're taking note of their situation, and we're trying to personalise messages to them in an automated fashion. So it takes a little bit of working out, but it's about segmenting your audience, passing them the messages that you want to pass them to the right people. So if we're looking at renters, or if we're looking at people trying to sell their homes, or they're trying to buy a 4-bed home or 3-bed home, or home in the country or in the town, personalise the messages to those exact people. So use their names, use their the knowledge that you have about them, and obviously you need to build up this knowledge going forward, but have that as a specific goal, so that in a year's time or 2 years' time you're in a really good position to put your message out to the right people at the right time about the right thing. Very, very important. My last point is about re-evaluating your marketing strategy. Look at what you're currently doing, list it down, everything you do in the sales process. Every little advert you do, every little social media post you do, if you do pay-per-click marketing, if you do marketing funnels, list everything down that you're doing at this moment in time and re-evaluate what you're doing. All those things are effectively tactics. Step back a bit and think about what your overall strategy is. Where do you want to be, and how do you want to be operating from a marketing point of view in a year's time, 6 months' time, or wherever that may be, and then implement the tactics to work with your strategy. They're two very, very different things.